Well folks, a very good morning to you. Today you join me at the banks of the Chesterfield Canal here at the famous Drakeholes. We're going to enjoy the paddle today, heading that way through the tunnel. Well folks, once again a very good morning to you. It's absolutely gorgeous this morning. The sun's shining, incredibly cold, but nevertheless it's nice to be out on the water. So I'm at Drakeholes today on the Chesterfield Canal. It's not the first time I've been here, but it's the first time that I've been here for a paddle. I've heard loads of good things about this place, so I'm really looking forward to exploring a little bit. Not sure how far I'm going to go today. The plan is to sort of have a paddle, maybe a couple of hours, have something to eat, and then have a paddle back. That's the plan. The first thing I'm going to do is navigate my way through this tunnel. What can I tell you about this tunnel? Not much really, other than the fact it's 148 to 150 yards long. You have to sound your horn. Well, that's going to be difficult, and you cannot exceed, what does it say, 2 miles per hour. So that's about me at best really, so that's not a problem. I do understand that you have to have, when you go through this tunnel, you have to have some kind of head torch or light. So I'm going to put this woolen hat on, and it's got a torch on it. So I'm going to set off, spin the camera around and get through this tunnel. Catch you in a bit. Right, so we're approaching the mouth of the tunnel. Let's get my light on. Visibility is quite good actually. I don't know whether that actually picks that up on the camera. But I have to say it's quite echoey. I don't know, I'm going to talk a little bit louder so you can hear the echo of my voice. And I have to say it's a little bit eerie, if I'm honest. But having said all that, wow, it's incredible, the sort of brickwork and the, I don't know, rock formation. massive link chain that I'm sure that's not being picked up. But wow, what a place. Certainly lives up to all the sort of hypey information that I've read about. Incredible. And also blooming cold in here. So oh, I can see some small fry just jumping out of the water. And also quite a lot of leaks from the roof. I just had a drip down the back of my neck. Ugh, freezing. There we are. Successfully through there. Right, so time to explore. Well, so the Chesterfield Canal, my first impressions is an incredible place to have a paddle. It really is beautiful. Drakeholes itself, well, there's not a lot of parking here, but there's, you know, you get here nice and early. I mean, I got here this morning at 7:30. Now, generally speaking, I'm still in bed at 7:30 at the weekend, so that's incredibly early for me. But I was hoping to come out and see some mist on the canal actually, which I haven't. So yeah, I got here about 7:30, and there was one other car, so I managed to park really nice and easy. But I could imagine in the summer you leave it a little bit later, and especially on a Sunday you could really struggle to get a parking space. But lucky for me, not a problem today. So at Drakeholes, it's I think there's 24-hour free mooring for narrow boats, and I think there's 2 or 3 that have spent the night moored up. There's no toilet facilities that I'm aware of. I didn't see any. There's a few picnic tables, so really, you know, really nice place to be. And I have been here before, but we have been here only for kind of walk along the canal, but that was going the opposite way to what I'm going today. Now, as I understand it, the canal goes the opposite way to which I'm paddling will take you to Worksop, and the way that I'm paddling eventually takes you to the River Trent. I won't be paddling that far today, but I think that's where this would eventually take me to if I was to paddle that far. So far, really impressed with the scenery. I've seen loads of wildlife, ducks, loads of birdsong. I hope the camera's sort of audio's picking that up. It's definitely, the birdsong is actually deafening. It's incredible. I've seen fish, you know, and half the fun for me, sort of kayaking is the wildlife aspect. I'd love to see wildlife, and so far I've only been paddling maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes, and I'm spoilt for choice. Proper noisy crows up there. something set them off. I don't know whether it's me. Going mad. Sun's really coming through quite heavily now. It's getting rather quite nice, quite warm, and already we've got some reflection off the water. I haven't got my sunglasses today, so that's going to blind me at some point, I'm sure. So some crow's nests up there. You can see just in this area here there's quite a lot of crow's nests actually. Bless them. So what I like about this canal already is how it meanders. There's always, it seems like, a bend that you're coming up to, and I love that, rather than sort of kind of dead straight lines. It's you know, perfect for the sort of type of paddling that I do. It's so interesting. And I've seen some water voles as well, one or two. So there's a lot going on this morning. Maybe I should come out more often, a lot earlier. Maybe that's the answer. You know, whenever I kind of come out for a paddle, I'm always looking for perhaps an area where the next time I come I can you know, put a tent overnight, camp overnight, and this would be an absolutely perfect place for me to wild camp. Down the left hand side of me is a footpath, and the other side of that footpath I don't think there's a great deal, so that's a no-no. So the only other option at this moment in time, and it is early days, would be finding somewhere to the right hand side of me. The problem is that so far it's been very, very steep. You get onto the bank and then there's a sort of huge incline, so that's definitely a no-no. And equally so far there's not really been anywhere that I could kind of get out of the kayak. So as I say, it's early days, but at the minute there's literally sort of nowhere. But I don't like to be defeated, so it's my mission to find somewhere. There we are, Mr. and Mrs. Mallard. Looking for some breakfast. You know, as I kind of bimble along this canal, you know, looking at the wildlife and incredible scenery, woodland, open fields, trees, you know, sun shining through the trees. I think to myself, you know, it's really lucky that I discovered sort of kayaking, you know, and I think for a relatively, you know, very little amount of money, you know, people can get out onto the river and the canals and whatever, and you know, it's really have a lot of pleasure, take a lot of pleasure from it, really have a lot of fun. It's a wonderful way to spend a few hours, really, and for me, you know, just to have stumbled across it, I'd be very, very fortunate. Like I say, a great way to spend a few hours. But again, I don't know whether the camera's picking up just how I mean, there's nowhere to actually sort of get out here and drag your kayak out the water, and it's so steep there, and it's been the theme all the way along really. So you know, I'm struggling at the minute to find anything close to a wild camping spot. Morning. Yeah, it's lovely day. Yeah. We're coming up to a lock. I think this is called Grinley top lock. Right, let's get parked up. This will do, I think. Alright, well, it's always nice to get out the boat and stretch the old legs, and here we are. Let's have a look. Yeah, see, it would be lovely just to wild camp here, and that view of the fields over there and sound of the water. However, I don't think I'd get away with it, because there's these houses here. That's a no-no, but a nice thought. Alright, let's try to get across here without falling in. Looks a bit mucky, doesn't it? Alright, so the plan is to heave-o my boat out the water. Have a walk along here. There we are, down these old steps. Not too much of a problem, even for an old bugger like me. Let's see what we've got. Right, well, that's a problem. That's incredibly high. I mean, I'm reasonably confident sort of getting in and out of a boat, but that's that's over a metre high. There's no way I'm going to be able to get into it there. Not a chance. So unfortunately, there's just nothing here. I can't believe it. I don't know whether the camera's picking that up, but that's probably well over a metre high. I won't be able to get into the kayak. Bugger. What's this here? Very awkward. Very awkward. Well folks, I think that's probably the end of my paddle. I just cannot find, I've had a walk up, just cannot find anywhere to sort of put in. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook myself some breakfast and chill out for a little bit, have a cup of coffee and paddle back to Drakeholes. But yeah, pretty disappointing really. I was up for sort of 2-3 hour paddle today. I was really looking forward to it. This has kind of put a stop to it all. There's just nowhere for me to put in safely, you know, where I would be confident. But on a positive note, it's not a bad place to have a bit of breakfast. So that's really the obvious place where you would just, you know, put back in, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately. It's just far too high for me. Physically impossible, I think, for someone like me. So let's cook some breakfast, I suppose. Oh, it's a shame. It looks so inviting, having a sort of paddle. Like I say, this river just meanders in all directions. It's incredible. But hey-ho, such is life. Well folks, I don't know whether you can hear me over this little stream, but I've just cooked breakfast. It's just one of those kind of all day breakfast things. I've not had this particular brand before, so it'd be interesting to see what that's like, and a good old cup of coffee. So, not too bad actually. Really kind of disappointed that the paddle's come to an end. I was looking forward to exploring a little bit more sort of up the river, but You know, I keep toying with the idea of taking a chance and trying to get in, you know, where I showed you before, but realistically it's beyond my capabilities. It's just far too high. The only other option that I've really got is to bimble back to Drakeholes and perhaps go towards Worksop. But I want to do that on another day really. So I can't make my mind up what to do. I think I'll just continue with my breakfast and make a decision as I paddle back towards Drakeholes, I suppose. Cheers. Alright, well I've just had breakfast, and whilst I was sort of sitting there, dangling my foot, I didn't realise my boots got soaking wet, so yeah, a bit weird really, probably because I was on the phone and not concentrating. My foot's soaking wet now, but hey ho. The sun's shining, so it might dry out by the time I get back to Drakeholes. So yeah, I've just had something to eat, fed and watered, and time to head back. I'll decide what I'll do once I get back to Drakeholes, whether I continue in the other direction or not. We shall see. Well, that's breakfast over and done with. So now it's just a nice gentle paddle back to Drakeholes, and I think I'm just going to chill there for an hour, just make a cup of coffee and have some snacks and drive home. What I'm going to do on the way home is drive up to the next lock, just to see whether it's any easier to put in there, because the next time I come, that's where I can launch and carry on up towards you know, the Trent on my piece of paper, which will be Car Lane Bridge. So I don't know whether I can put in there. Then you've got Middle Bridge, and then you've got Shore Lock. So maybe I'll try all those 3 different areas just to see whether you know, I can put in there, and then I can launch from there when I next come back here, because I definitely want to come back. I think from what I've seen so far, wild camping, no chance, absolutely no chance. There's just nothing even close. I say the lock would have been nice to have had a camp there, but ain't gonna get away with that one. So the sun's shining, it's on my back, and I'm just gonna head back to Drakeholes and just enjoy the paddle. Hello, buddy. Right. I'm surprised he ain't jumped in.
Sorry?
I'm surprised he ain't jumped in.
Not a collie.
No, I don't like the water. Yeah. I thought they loved the water, me.
No. She'll paddle.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Oh well, at least she keeps dry then.
Yeah.
Well, just in case you don't already know, I'm in the Itiwit 2-seater, the X100. I absolutely love this boat for single paddling. It's so strong, it's so rigid. There's loads of room. I mean, I'm 6 foot, loads of leg room. I've got my little day bag in the back. Gives me a little bit more back support actually. It's now I've got the seat just as I need it. It's really comfortable, so stable, it tracks really well. And what I want to do is just kind of show you just how fast I can actually paddle this kayak. I think you might be impressed. See, I told you it was fast. And pesky crows again. They're still gobbing off. Are they never satisfied? Shut up! Well, we'll almost back to Drakeholes, just coming up to the tunnel from the north side. And I think I'll record it again going through here because it is a bit special. Oh, it's lovely and cool in this tunnel. Much more comfortable than it was earlier on. It was freezing. This is lovely. Well folks, as I say, I'm almost back at Drakeholes. I don't know whether you can see me, it's quite dark in here. I've got my little light on, as are the rules, by all accounts. I hope you've enjoyed this little bimble up the Chesterfield Canal. I've really enjoyed it. I just wished, you know, I could be paddling on this all day long. It's incredible. Absolutely love it. The day's perfect for paddling, and it's not going to be long before I'm back here on this wonderful stretch of water. If you have liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. It's a relatively new channel, and those that subscribe and watch it kind of gives me the motivation to go out and do these kayaking videos for you. So thanks for watching, and if you've not been to Drakeholes, or you've not been on the Chesterfield Canal, definitely do it. It is brilliant. Okay, till the next time, cheerio.